So welcome. As you see, we are now at our destination.
Ta-da!
This is
Magic
our
of
friend
video
Flash.
editing. It took you guys a week.
This is our friend Flash. He lives 3 hours away from us, so it was a trip this morning, as you've seen.
Yep.
Yeah, I was very surprised to see that message last night. It was, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm like, what? Out of blue? Okay.
Yeah, no, just we like to keep you on your toes. Don't you worry.
Always.
We're gonna travel.
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Through the government and
So, by one of the bylaws, we have small talk.
yeah,
We start off. So, there's small talk that we like to start off with.
okay.
Yeah, small talk. Actually, you're the new one. We haven't seen you in a while.
Well, I haven't seen you in person. That's the thing.
Oh yes. This is
I've seen you on camera and all that, so it's not really anything new. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, I moved into my apartment, so I'm in a different location now.
How's that going for you?
Oh, good. The apartment, it's pretty homey. I moved in with Brennan, so
Yeah, I heard about that, and then you're still with your sister
Yep.
as of right now.
Currently still living with family, but
That's all right.
closer to my job. I'm not complaining.
yeah, I have a one wheel now.
You don't have to really pay for anything,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
unlike me.
I cover all my expenses myself though.
Yeah, I have a wife to do.
That's
That-
a different category, but
In that
that's
way.
a different category.
Said that way bad, worse than.
I have a roommate to share
I thought-
expenses with.
That's not too bad. It's someone that you like living with, though.
You say you don't
Hopefully.
like living with your wife?
Oh,
or
I
what?
do. There's arguments there, here and there, like normal
Mm-hmm.
married life, but
Yeah, you're actually the first. No, sorry, second married person we've had on camera. Deja Blue Part
Oh
1.
yeah, that's right.
Patty's married.
Patty is very. I was so confused. Like what?
I was confused. For
I
a
thought
second,
you.
too.
I thought you were comparing like people in the server for
no,
a second.
no.
that's what I was thinking.
The only other person who's married in the server is Nick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's in Montana.
Yeah. He's in Montana.
No, so I got a new recent job. I start on Monday
Mm-hmm.
working for a program called SMAC. It's helping like disability or like people that are struggling through life. And so I'll be with elementary kids with autism.
Mhm.
I'm super excited for that. So I'll be driving to pick up a van to go pick up kids on the way to
Okay.
Leroy, which is
Yeah.
about an hour and a half from here ish. It's not too far. I can't wait for it. It's better pay.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
Better pay is making a huge difference in the world.
Huge, yes. Especially when wife and I are thinking about children, and I'm just like, all right. I said if I get a new job, I would. Fuck. God
Moving
damn
on
it.
with life. Next chapter.
Fucking-
See, I have to get step 1, which is get a girlfriend. And then there's step 10.
You know, I hear Tinder works a lot
I
from
have not
experience.
I somewhat don't trust Tinder.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not that proactive right now about dating, anyways.
Yeah, I don't think you guys heard how I met my wife fully. So
No,
I-
all I know is I think you were seeing someone, and the next thing I knew, you guys were married. So
yeah, so the funny thing is when I was going through basic training, when we got our phone time, which was on Sundays,
Mhm.
like half hour to an hour, just depends. Towards the end, we got it more, but it was like it was a month before we were done with the whole basic AIT
Yeah.
OSET, and I was on Tinder throughout the whole time and met her on it. So I was in Georgia
Mhm.
while she was still here in Austin. So we were chatting back and forth, and I was like, you know what? I get home February 10th. Why not go do something
Yeah,
on Valentine's Day?
of course, right?
Fuck.
Perfect
It's-
love story.
It's easy dates to remember. So it's her birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and then Valentine's Day, our anniversary, my birthday, and then our anniversary from our marriage.
Yeah.
It's like all back to back, which is super easy to remember.
Very expensive month though.
Yeah,
Yes and no.
yeah, because it goes her birthday in January, which already happened, and then February, and then my birthday in March, and then our anniversary in August. I think it's August 9th. So it goes 7th, 14th, the 5th, the 9th. Really easy numbers to remember.
Yeah. That's. It's all in a row, and it's all.
Right? It's almost back to back. No, I'm kind of not ready for coming up. I might get deployed in next year or something. Hopefully not.
You haven't been deployed yet, have you?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Which I would like to, but it's 6 months to a year
Yeah.
deployment.
Mhm.
So that's gonna suck.
It's something you want to do, but at the same time, you got the you got the eggs in the frying pan back at home too.
Yeah, I would be making more during that deployment than
Mhm.
anything else.
What is your position in the military? Are you a gunner? Are you a...
So for my class, MOS is 11 Bravo, which is infantry.
Mhm.
But at our unit in Albert Lee, we are Delta 2-135. So the Red Bulls, you guys might have heard them, might have not. I don't think there's one up. The Red Bulls are more towards the cities in South.
Yeah.
So like Mankato, Winona,
Mhm.
Albert Lee, Austin, stuff like that. But for me, we're anti-armor division. So we drive around in Humvees. We got 50 cals on a Crow system, which is basically playing a computer screen.
Yeah.
You got a screen here and a joystick.
Hmm.
For what I shoot, it's a system called an ITAS, where I sit on top of the Humvee in the gunner's nest,
Mhm.
and I shoot a missile about 3 miles away.
Oh, how fun.
Along with a 240, which light machine gun that shoots 7.62,
Mhm.
and I get 9mm on my head. I don't have to carry an M4 anymore.
Yeah.
I don't have to walk anymore. It's great.
So you're the gunner then?
Yes,
of
yep.
this.
I was a driver for about, I would say less than a year. Usually people are in the driver's seat for longer. But for me, since my gunner was leaving the military to do his thing, he was becoming a gunsmith, I think it was.
Oh.
And so our lieutenant at the time was leaving also to go to HHC, which is a recon division type of deal.
Mhm.
And so there's still 11 Bravos, but they're scouts. What? I think it's scouts. Yeah. And so he went off. We got a new one. The new one, lieutenant, was like, "Hey, who's would be the best gunner for this?" And my sergeant at the time was like, "Hey, this guy's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Came to be a gunner and fucking love it."
I think that's definitely a position that suits you. I mean, back in trap, you really hit it.
Surprisingly, yeah. My senior year kicked off for finally in a long time. So I've been shooting trap since I was fifth, sixth grade, I think.
Yeah, I've been shooting a lot of trap too. I'm surprised I never bumped into you at the state trap shoot because I was always there.
I was always there too.
I was gonna say yeah, cause
Maybe I have, and I just didn't
The-
recognize you at the time.
the nice thing for our senior year, we were shooting almost basically side by side with Alec.
Uh-huh.
So it was nice. So when I would shoot, I would just look over and see all you guys shoot.
Yeah.
Except for me, I was
fucking
in the
loved
front
it.
group at the time, and I don't think I shot on Alec days. I shot on I think that's smaller class days. Because Brandonsville were smaller school, so
Yeah, cause you.
we didn't shoot at the same time. Alec
No, I was thinking, why was I? It was Osaka school, but we were shooting right next to them. It was awesome seeing. I would hit one, look over, and then either Thomas or Linnea would hit one. When I would see them miss, I'd go like, "Oh, that sucks.
Ah.
You got this." Just in my head, I was just like cheering you on. The frustrating part, it was, what was it, the third round of 25? I missed 2 straightaways.
Yeah. That,
I was not happy about that.
I was decent at trap. I wasn't good. I wasn't bad.
I
I was
was
more on the good side because my average was in the 20s.
Yeah, I was decent in the 20s, 22 range until state shoot for senior year. For some reason, it just
it's the pressure of that environment. I feel it's just it's something about it.
I really didn't have pressure. I was like, you know what, I'm just here to shoot.
Yeah, that's a mindset I think everyone tries to put on. But it's just like there's a lot of eyes on you.
Yeah, that
and it's just like
competition.
what's
It
going
is.
on?
You guys use reverse. I use reverse psychology. I wear a straw hat, so I know I have eyes on me because I'm wearing an interesting hat. for shooting.
I love that. That was great. No, for me it was. I don't care how I go out. It would be good if I went out decent, and I always tell people that are new to trap shooting or have been shooting and just struggling. It's if you miss, that clay, that
Yeah.
round is gone. You can't take it back.
You can't recover it.
No,
Move
Yeah.
on.
it's gone. Don't get pissed off about it. Yeah, it sucks, but try to go for the next one. Get the next one.
I get too caught up in my own head and I overthink things.
That's what it is.
It's my first round easy because I'm just acting on instinct, and then I think, okay, what am I doing? Maybe I should try this, and I
You know-
start overcorrecting and overthinking.
That's the thing with trap. A lot of people don't think it's more of a mind game than actually
is.
going
Oh,
out
yeah.
there and just shooting.
If I could turn off my head, I would have done terrific.
Oh yeah, skeet. So I did skeet. I don't know if you
I
guys
never
did.
did ski.
I've done skeet a few times, but I didn't really get into it. I did mostly trap.
Yeah, but our range in Austin, there's like a bunch of trees, so I can be like, okay, this tree's where I can hold for here, here, and here, and going to the different ranges, it's like, oh,
Where's all my hold spots?
and I just think, I'm like, okay, I think of Austin's range, and it just transitioned through there.
Yeah, being back, me and Thomas kind of had hometown advantage because we both shot at that trap range before.
Yeah.
But I've definitely gone to other trap ranges and shot at tournaments. I went to one in South Dakota, and the first time I ever went out there, there's wind, 10-mile-per-hour wind blowing right
Oh,
in
yeah.
the faces.
Oh, I
And
think I
the-
shot. That's the funny thing with trap as well. The worse the weather conditions, the colder, the more rain, the more snow. The best I shot.
Yeah, the better you shoot because you're just
Oh,
trying
I
to leave.
shot
I
like-
want to shoot these clays
I
so
shot
I
like
can
crap
leave and
because
warm up.
the wind was coming right at us, so the clay would leave
It would
the
just-
house
And it
then
just
go.
goes. It's
Yep.
almost shooting like 5 stand at that point.
Yeah, it was hard to shoot them.
I've had that in-
16s.
In Grand Meadow, when we do our practice shoots, it was either Grand Meadow or Leroy, and Grand Meadow for 4-H. And there's times where it was just out and up, like you were saying.
Yeah, like okay. As soon as I say pull, I gotta be up there.
Yeah, instant.
Pretty much. So the way how we got out of our heads halfway through the day, which I think almost got us disqualified, we started saying random phrases.
Oh, you were one of those people.
Yes, we were because we to get out of our own heads. We started saying random food items.
Pineapple!
All the.
Yes,
Because
we would yell cheeseburger and stuff because it was just voice activated. You didn't
Yeah.
have to say pull.
No.
You could just yell something.
Uh huh.
So that's what we started doing, and everybody was having a good time. And then our coach was like, "You guys probably shouldn't do that because you might actually get disqualified for yelling random things and throwing off other shooters."
That's fair though.
It is fair, but it's like,
Yeah, no.
What-
If it's
what's-
a competition, I get it.
you gotta have
But if
some
it's a
fun.
practice,
Yeah. If there's no like real advantage to your score, if it's just a practice, you gotta have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like-
yeah, it was a tournament. So I think we toned down it because we stopped yelling it and started just silently saying it.
It's fucking
but-
great though.
Pineapple pull.
I love that.
Yeah, we ran cheeseburger, ramen noodle. There was a lot that we started ramping off, and it started with one. Then we all started doing it because we started shooting better when we started saying random.
Because you're having fun. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If you're just doing the same thing over and over again, and you're not enjoying it as much as you used to, you gotta
You gotta enjoy
joke
something
around.
else.
Yeah. It.
I always just really enjoyed the focus and the kind of the monotonous but also thoughtful process that I went through each
Mhm.
time.
You know,
so I never lost fun in it.
See, for me, like, is there certain spots you guys have to start at?
I don't have a preferred position.
I liked starting at 1 because I don't like walking all the way back to 1 from 5 to 1. So I usually
I used to be like that. I used to be like, I love having the control of starting. I love being like, all right, are you ready? Are you good? Are you all set up?
I kind of like position 3, to be honest.
But after like having all that, I'm like, I don't want to focus on everyone else.
Yeah.
So I started at 5. That was my worst. I hated that spot. So I was like,
Yeah.
might as well just start shooting there more.
3 and 5 were actually my best. Like, I felt at home there. Because what I would do was, this probably is not, it's probably some sort of safety concern or something. Because I would, the entire time between my shots, I would close my eyes and start meditating a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And then I would count the shots and how many pulls. And literally, after I shot, it's gun down, unload, shell in, barrel, chamber open, basically finger in chamber.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I hear the pull and the shot,
Because
I'm there.
you were rocking what, a pump or a semi?
Pump.
And then you.
I was rocking a semi.
I love
You guys
pumps.
are wrong. No.
I don't have money for a break action, Fancy. Do you have over under, right?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now thinking about it, my way of shooting was very interesting. Because I was partly you and partly just singing a song in my own head while doing it.
Oh yeah. There's times I would have some fun. I'd be like dancing around, and my mom would look at me because she was the coach at the time, and she was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
Yeah,
I
I was
don't
like,
care.
I had a song
I
in my
never
head. I wasn't
resist
dancing,
that
but I
shit
had
the
a song in my
entire
head.
time.
I always had my rhythm for reloading and unloading my gun.
I
Sometimes
definitely
I would
had a
catch the
rhythm.
shells, and I don't know, how did you guys stand up there? Did you stand with like a really like how you were supposed to stand up there, like straight up and stuff like that?
so I had shoulder width, and then how I was taught, have your like belly button to a corner.
Mm-hmm.
So you got
Really?
the square. You would want the front right corner where your belly button is, because you have more of a better swing to it. That's how I was taught, and
How we were taught at
I like stood up and leaned a little. There's a lot of times where I don't know how, but before my senior year, like I would squat down, just like
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember
you could.
seeing you do that.
Yeah, I know. You didn't see it, but I did it a lot at our hometown shoots, and I was just like, my mom noticed. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "You squat down every time." I'm like, I am.
Like you squat down and like you bend your knees or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just weird, and I don't know how I did that good, but I noticed that I'm like, I'm not shooting as good as I used to. What the heck's going on? And so I just did like I normally did, and I was like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Shit.
It's working now.
Okay, Thomas, how did you shoot?
So, the standing, for one, is how we were taught was different angles. You had your left foot position. Well, I'm right-handed, so it's based on that, but it would be inversed if you're left-handed. So right foot position was always towards, basically you had different angles, and we were told to memorize these angles for the different positions.
Yep.
So you start at your feet, everything else falls through. So
Okay.
So I had the angles memorized. I did my own offsets because I liked it a little bit more that way, and I found it worked a little bit better.
Yep.
And then, everything else falls into line. Make sure you got it in the pocket, arm up.
Nice and how it's comfortable for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shoulder up to lock it in.
Yeah.
I really had a hard time locking it in because when I first started, I'm like, "What, did you get it? They get it?"
The weird spot, a lot of people have it in their pocket. I had mine up more.
Yeah.
On my shoulder.
You always.
I
go
had it
higher.
higher. And what some people do, I had like my hand flat and had it like I was pointing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people just grip it, but I found out it was easier to have it, your finger like out pointing, almost like there's the target.
So kind of like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was weird, but it worked great.
Interesting.
All right, time for mine. I did a lunge.
Oh, so you'd like step out as?
Yes.
Oh, you would step into your?
Yes.
Okay.
I was. Very,
normally
I had
just
a
drop
very,
my.
I had a very aggressive stance. So I shoot a lot of guns, and that's how my father taught me to do was get low, be aggressive on the gun, have control with the gun, and that's how I'd shoot.
Huh.
And people tried to like, no, you have to stand up straight. I'm like, no, full on aggression. I had a good old, big old lean.
See, I've seen a lot of people do that, but I've seen it where they would step back.
So
And not
yes,
forward.
I usually
they
would
would-
set
they-
my back leg would be more back, so I would have a more sideways
Yeah,
stance.
you know,
But then I would lean into it like so.
that's
Okay.
weird.
I'll show you.
I can
when we get on recording.
I can see how that would work.
Yeah.
Yes, so I had like my whole arm out, everything like that, and I would actually squint under my eyes. I have both eyes open.
That okay?
I always shot with one eye.
I did too,
My brain can't process that, and
but with ski, you want both eyes open. That's
Yes.
the weird thing. Because you want to see more.
well, yeah, okay. I have pretty good peripheral vision,
Yeah.
and actually, I do what I can to limit my field of view when I'm shooting. Like, I always have my hat on.
Yeah, I
Pretty
saw
low.
you always had it lower.
I always had my visor lower. I only shoot with one eye. So this is my area of vision, and it improves my reaction time. Less distractions.
I did not like, so for me, like watching other people with their safety glasses, I did not like when they had the visors on.
Oh yeah.
The
that's
that is
blinders?
just
The
weird.
blinders?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
That is, I was like, you can't see anything. Like, I just, I
Okay.
couldn't.
Since we brought up safety glasses, what was your preference for color?
yellow.
I didn't have a preference.
Mine was fuchsia.
I think mine was like a flag, like the American flag or something.
Oh, you
I
just had
can't
clear?
Remember. I had clear ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clear
Yeah.
lenses.
I did research on the colors because yellow really just brightens
Yeah.
up everything.
Yeah.
Fuchsia darkens everything but highlights and makes orange and red pop.
Yes. I had clear ones, but when I shot in the sun stuff like that,
Yeah.
I wear just normal sunglasses. I didn't care
Mhm.
about what made what pop. I just was out there to shoot to
Yeah,
have
no,
fun.
but I have a very overactive brain, I feel, so the most I can limit, and maybe it made it harder for me, but I enjoyed the challenge. I limit my field of view, I limit what I can see in detail,
Yeah.
and I go into a tunnel vision. Hence where I'm not shooting, my eyes are closed, I'm focusing on the previous shot, what I did.
Did you lead your shots?
Oh,
Of course.
Did sometimes.
What choke did you use?
Just not standard stroke.
We're using mod a full
Not full.
improve. Ooh.
I started out using a full choke.
Yeah, full
I
chokes
was-
aren't good for
I-
trap. You
no,
want
I
like
can't
a
remember
mod.
what mod or what choke I
So
used.
when I first
I used
learned
one
trap, I
standard
knew
one, so I
nothing
came with my
about
shotgun though, because I couldn't
tournament
use
style.
my one I used for goose hunting.
That would be a full.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't use a full. I used something. I can't.
you
remember
probably
right now.
used a mod.
Probably. But anyways, I would sometimes not lead my shots. I would automatically know where the clay would be at, so I'd just shoot there. Sometimes I would, sometimes I wouldn't. It was depending on the shot. The clay.
I used to do that. I can say I used to do that where I was like, oh, it's coming out here. Okay,
It's going to go there.
just wait till it gets to a certain point, then I'll shoot. I used to do that.
You see, when I first started trap, I didn't know anything about tournament trap. Basically, I always shot in my backyard.
Yeah.
They're hunting shotguns, which is just a standard full choke barrel,
Yeah,
no removable chokes. So I started trap. So I started out with a full choke, and I was very precise with my shots. Very precise. We're talking, oh, I'm calculating position is going to be there. I shot it right at its peak, like right before, your bullets can't
starts-
reach it.
yeah.
Or right away because I knew it. And that was more just me being careful with my aim, being very respectful of the gun type thing.
Yeah.
And then coach approached me and say, okay, what choke are you mating using? He suggested I move to a mod. Okay. I went out, I bought a barrel that has removable chokes.
Yeah.
I switched over to a mod. Holy crap, did that improve
The
my
huge
scores?
difference, yes. Because
and then I was told to shoot them earlier. So okay, I have to limit my thinking and increase my reaction time. So it's like, boom, boom.
at your guns range, do you guys have like a rubber like backboard where you can put like grease on it and
A
shoot?
pattern board.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
There's a
The Alec
board.
range has a pattern board.
Okay, because I know in Austin
It-
we have like a small crappy one where it's just held
It's a
up
piece
with
of plywood that they
T-posts.
paint over.
Ugh.
It's over by the entrance
I
area.
don't like that. Ours has grease on it, so you can just use like a brush or something.
I don't know if it's. I don't know what they use actually. I don't know.
It's- I think
I wasn't
it's
very interested in what they
paint or
used.
something like
at
that.
That is weird.
the,
Because for us, it's not a big board. It's probably
Yeah.
like that.
It
And
might
so
be grease. I don't know.
ours it's rubber,
Hmm.
so you're not having to replace it a lot. Unlike wood.
I mean, it's just blanks.
It was steel.
It's a pattern board, isn't it?
It's a steel. You would shoot normal shotgun. shots
Yeah.
on it.
Really?
Yeah, you don't.
Oh,
Blanks
no.
don't do anything.
No. I was thinking of something else. Sorry. I was thinking when they randomly give us tracers.
Oh.
They gave us tracers to see how we shot. Like,
So-
okay, we want to work with you a little bit. Okay, your next bullet is this one. It's a tracer, so we can see how you're shooting.
That is weird because for us we had one of my coaches bought like a system where you set it up next to you
Uh-huh.
and you put in like, oh, I'm at this spot, and it syncs up to your phone so you can see like, oh, here's how far I missed or here's how
Okay.
close. Like it
Yeah.
shows.
Fancy technology.
It was
You know what we did? We just shot.
yeah.
We just shot. Yeah, no, our coaches tried to get a little bit more involved, tried to help us improve and use basic tools to do that.
I would say with the system I use or tried out,
Mhm.
helping like newer shooters for it would work better than
Mhm.
more experience because you're like you already know where you miss, like how far you missed
Yeah,
from.
I know what I did wrong after I
Yeah.
pulled the trigger, and I'm like, God damn it!
It's like you flinched a little or
Oh, I pulled that one, or that one was not where I thought it was.
another
gonna be.
one. So to help with like the flinching,
Mhm.
we'd hand our firearm to our coaches, and they would either put a shell in it or put a expended one in.
Oh, I would hate that. I would hate that.
And then they would hand you back action close and everything, and you don't know what you have. So you'd shoot like normal, but if you get that one round that's already expended, jolt forward like no tomorrow.
I would hate that only for the fact where I like to know what my gun's gonna do,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to know if I need to react in a different way if something doesn't go right. If I have a jam or a misfire, I know what I need to do
Yeah,
in
you
that
can-
situation. But if it's not supposed to fire and it doesn't fire like it's supposed, and I don't know that, it's just like, wait, what? Huh? Error.
They were doing that to help with our stance and everything.
Yeah, no, because a lot of people probably would close their eyes, they would flinch.
Oh, you would see people almost face plant.
Really?
What?
They were
Because
anticipating, so they would lean forward. As
They would
pull?
lean. They would do like their normal thing, lean and anticipate the shot, but it would just go click and it would just send you. It was great watching, but when it happens to you, you're like, "Ugh, that was embarrassing."
Anyone else? Okay, you had a break action. You had a semi.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
no.
I had a bump once, yes.
Okay, but how well maintained do you like your guns?
Clean it every
Oh.
few weeks.
Do you like them buttery smooth?
Yes.
No, so you don't want them throughout the experience with the military. How the rifles should be clean.
Uh-huh.
It's dumb when we turn them in; they have to be spotless.
Yeah.
You can't you have to get all the carbon off, stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's technically
Full field
not safe to have a completely cleaned rifle
No,
or
no.
any gun.
You need some lube. In
Yes.
there. You need some grease.
Well, it's not just the grease; it's they're meant for to have some carbon buildup, stuff like that.
Mhm.
But no, we had to clean it spotless.
Mm.
It frustrates all of us because you aren't.
It's a working tool. It's not meant to be clean.
Yeah, and it when you clean it, like you're gonna have more malfunctions, and oh, it was just terrible. I hated it.
But no, I don't know if you've ever experienced this with pump, but let's say it's really well cleaned, really well greased.
Oh yeah,
It
if it's
feels
well,
really nice. And then I've seen on some models where you'll shoot, and if you don't have a good grip here, or it will just rack itself.
yeah,
I kind of did that. I really like to have my nice and smooth.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it
'cause
messes with my mental.
I was gonna say because
Especially
it's a
cold.
fluid motion to retrieve that expended shell.
Yeah. So it would be like shoot. Almost
It-
like a bow, I'd say. So I pull a trigger, my hand would slip up, back, catch shell, pocket.
Yeah,
It would be so fluid, and I've dropped minimal shells doing that.
because for me, like after I shot, I brought it down, instantly moved the lever to break the action, and just it was just one fluid motion. And
Yeah.
I can't do it without actually shooting. It's
Uh-huh.
so weird. It's you gotta like shoot to just do that.
Yeah, you
motion.
need that extra kick
Yeah.
to get the motion started.
Yeah, well, for me it was interesting because I used an automatic most of it, but sometimes my automatic wouldn't even eject if I was using the one semi, because I have a few shotguns. I had my pump, which was a 20 gauge. That I easily were able to do that. My first 12 gauge automatic, sometimes would, sometimes most of the time wouldn't, and I would be able to go. Yeah.
Did you have a shell catcher on yours though?
No.
Hate.
Ne-
That's
I
the one
hate it.
reason
I
I
hate
hate standing next to semi-automatics because
I've
it would
been
just
hit like a few times, and it's just like, what was? And
then I went with
and in
my
my
other-
my eyes are closed. I just get hit.
oh, I hated that.
And then I had my other one, which would eject the shells most, if not all the time, but wouldn't eject them far at all.
'Cause my sister, for when we were shooting, she had a shell catcher on hers,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of times it wouldn't catch the shell. So I couldn't stand next to her. I had to be
put a
either
rubber band
toward the
on it.
left or just completely not close to her.
Yeah.
I hated when shells hit me when I was
Yeah,
shooting.
mine didn't fling them far enough. So the trap ranger's like, yeah, he doesn't fling them far enough. You don't have to put a shell catcher on it.
It's
It
one
actually-
of my
I
pet
could-
peeves about
I've done it
I
a
was gonna say.
I've done this a few times where I was able to shoot my shotgun and then catch the shell that was ejected.
Yeah, a lot of people do because what I've noticed with some shooters, after they shot, they instantly start swiping for it. And I'm just like, that is. Just watching that fluid motion, I'm just like,
I know, but you also gotta think, they're missing out of a vital step there, which I feel like a lot of people forget about, is follow through.
Yeah.
I usually did follow through. It was mostly I catch myself when I was unloading if it didn't eject.
archery, I was bad at following through. I would,
I-
after I released the arrow, I'd just drop my bow instantly.
I got really decent at form of archery. I just had very bad aim because I didn't have good enough. I took too long, basically.
Archery was fun.
I enjoyed it. I wasn't really good at it. There's a one point where I got to where you had the 5 circles, the 5 spot, but then I was like, if you miss just a little, you don't have much to hit them.
Mhm.
So I just went back to the normal target. So it's like, I would rather get 3 points than none
Mhm.
type of deal.
I would love to go back to archery.
The thing is with my archery for 4-H, we could use any bow, we could use compound bows, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But for you guys, you couldn't use like sights on your compound bows.
Oh,
if you
yeah,
had
no,
one?
Jay had no sights.
We had
Yeah.
the NASP. Yeah.
Yep, the NASP.
NASP competitions. It's just a standard Genesis bow.
Yeah.
No sights. No. I love it. I love it.
See, I can't do that. I gotta have
it's
my.
all-
I
it's-
attempted to do what I wanted to do bow hunting, but I couldn't shoot with the sights because it was so weird. I would want to.
I don't
if
even
ever
know
use
how
bow
a
again,
sight on
no,
a
I
bow
don't wanna use
works,
bow.
to be honest, because it's just so natural. Okay, judge distance, aim. That you just know your bow and you're one with your
Correct.
weapon.
For me, so I have a compound bow. I have a
Yeah.
diamond edge, which is pretty nice like line of
Mhm.
bow, but for mine they don't make it anymore,
Mhm.
and so I want to get a new sight for it where I just have to click a button and it
Okay.
like ranges and does everything
You want a
itself.
fancy thing.
I do want a fancy one.
You can also buy crossbows now.
I know, but I feel like for me that's kind of cheating. To me that's cheating
A
because
sight's cheating. Come on.
the sight I have is different because it has pins.
Okay.
Yes, I have it set to the range like 20 yards, 30,
Yeah.
so on. But it's not like you have an actual. It's almost like a scope basically
Okay.
for crossbows. For me, there's 3 pins.
Yeah.
If you choose the wrong pin or you estimate it, the distance wrong, you're either gonna shoot way
Well,
above or
okay.
way below.
Yeah,
I
that's what
see
it
how
was
that
for me,
works.
too.
It's just. I found archery and trap both very meditating,
Oh yeah,
very calming, and part of that fact was it was an exercise. It was a mental exercise.
I did get frustrated with archery more because I knew I could do better, but
Oh,
it was just
100%.
like minor adjustments that you do. It throws your arrow off completely. I'm just like,
How were you with your bow hand? Were you a death gripper, white knuckler, or
No,
did you let it
palm
loose?
open
Yes, exactly.
because I had
You don't need a strap.
I had a strap around
You don't
me though.
need a strap. Literally, they're balanced so you could palm open, and it will just wobble there.
For me, like mine was so I had a weight to the front of mine too.
Okay, you got a stabilizer.
Yes. I didn't have the stabilizer like some people where it shot out like 5 feet behind them. Mine was just like a dinky one, just
Yeah.
that long. I can add weights to it. And so for me, like I had that strap because after I
Mhm.
shot, it would just come down.
Yeah. Now, with the Genesis bows and the NASPs, I really like it. I kind of want to see if I can go to like one of the Osagas or one of the archery tournaments just to
Oh, just
watch,
it, yeah.
watch, see how it goes because it's been forever since I've,
Have you done 3D targets
No, I
archeries
haven't.
where you walk through woods and there's like posts where it's like, okay, here's this target that's this many yards, this many yards, this many yards.
No, I haven't. But Alec Trap Range has it now.
If you do, bring like cheap arrows.
Oh.
You're gonna lose a lot if you miss because
you
it's in the
know-
woods.
This was a while ago, but did you know the Electric Rage is now owned by the Millennium Farmer?
Yes, and the Gold Brothers.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I've been following them for a while now. The Gold Brothers. I went to many shows. I actually got a hat signed by them.
God, that sounds familiar.
They're trick shooters.
Yeah, I was gonna say
yeah.
I've seen them.
Yeah, they're great.
It's crazy because they can throw 10 clays
Golf
off.
balls.
Golf balls, clays, whatever, and you're just like,
Boom, 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 boom.
for me, there wouldn't be
Jaw
any
drop.
rat. Yeah,
Oh.
because they would hit it where it's just inches before it hits the ground too, and I'm just like, How
Or when for some reason they're able to just hit the side of something.
yeah, like they can just nick it, and you're
It's
crazy.
amazing. Yeah,
watching
so
them shoot the golf balls though. It got me doing it,
I
and
think I also have a golf ball that's signed by them.
shooting golf balls is better than actually golfing. You can see it go a lot further.
You know, if I ever ask you to go golfing, you gotta clarify with me if you need to bring your 9-iron or your 12 gauge.
See, I did try golfing once.
Okay.
Did not. I hated it.
Yeah,
The only thing I've done with golfing is mini golf.
I love mini golf.
Mini golf, yeah, completely different story.
Mhm.
Regular golfing sucks.
Oh yeah, I hate regular golfing.
It is.
Here, I have
It
a
was
question
bad.
for you guys. During trap shooting, at what point did you guys usually hit the clays at?
Depends.
Depends on where in my trap shooting career you're talking.
Yeah.
Then
Early on, at their peak, almost starting to drop
Mm-hmm.
or dropping.
Yeah, that was me too.
Later on, right away. Literally.
It depends.
Depends
most of
on the
time, Most
angle.
of the time, I would hit right away, middle, but I hit some far clays.
Yeah. What was your weakest side? Like
Weakest side?
center, left, right.
Hard right, hard left. Me, I didn't. Starting out, it was the hard rights and lefts. But after I
I would
started
usually even, to be
getting,
honest, I think.
after
middle?
I,
It's mostly the ends that I would miss.
yeah, it's
But it was.
they're the hardest ones.
But I.
The
Yeah.
hard right is my only weak one. The rest I can snap to, but I gotta bring my body all the way up there.
Yeah, I think right was maybe the most difficult. But I feel like overall it was like a random clay I would miss here or there.
I would
was always
say
faster turning to my left than my right.
for me it was starting out a hard left because it was the motion to turn.
Yeah.
The hard right it was easier because you're not doing huge adjustments to it.
Well, that depends if you're on position 1 or 5.
For me, I still wasn't doing huge adjustments.
Yeah.
It's hard right. I'm just so
But
how
if you're like on position 5 and you got a hard right, it's out of your field of view immediately almost.
how I did how I position my
Mm-hmm.
gun and placement when I'm about to shoot. I'll do the 4 corners.
Okay.
So I'll do if I'm at 1, I'll do the top right, 2, the bottom left, middle. I just middle center of the house, and then same for the right side 4.
You see,
Yeah.
we just had base imaginary dots.
Yeah,
At the far end of the house, corner for 5 and 1, and then middle for middle, and then in between the two.
yeah. That's what I was taught starting out,
Yeah.
but I found out doing the 4 corners
Okay.
was a lot better to do, like to get to your hard rights and
I
hard
suppose.
lefts
Yeah.
a lot faster.
Yeah.
It was super nice, and I tried teaching people doing that, and after they do, they're like, "That was a lot better." I'm like,
Uh-huh.
"Yeah,
Yeah. That
you're
makes
getting
sense.
to that faster if it's a hard left,
Yeah.
because you're already halfway through it."
Yeah.
My reaction time, if it was left, I was on it immediately. Like, we're talking less than a second. If it was middle, it took me about a second. If it was right, that's when they got away from me.
For me, I took my time a little getting to it,
Mhm.
and then once I got to that motion, I was like, "All right, here we go."
I need to go out to the trap.
I know,
range.
I need to do
I want to
that.
go out to the trap range now. God damn it!
It'll look cold outside though.
I don't care. I'll shoot good.
They're
Is it
open on
good?
Sundays though too, not Saturdays. It's Wednesdays and
Uh,
Sundays. Our trap range is open.
I didn't bring my gun.
It's like Sunday mornings and Wednesday
I
nights.
know range is always open.
Well, yeah, you got a bigger range.
He's got a home range.
Yes, I do.
Your home range is as good as my home range.
I could say I have a huge range, but I don't know if
I should
people around me would like that.
What are you doing? I'm
I
practicing.
shoot- I
Tosses
shoot-
up close. Boom, boom.
I shoot across a slough for fun.
Well, yeah.
I have nice woods in my backyard. And the neighbors have stopped calling the police on us because we are not shooting automatic weapons. It's just 5 shotguns going off in a row. Just saying.
The one thing I haven't done and I can't wait to do is going fully automatic on my M4. I want to so bad.
So tempting, so tempting.
It is, especially when we're just trying to expend rounds. We had like over 30,000 rounds to shoot of live rounds. They're like, you can't go fully automatic, which was a smart decision.
Mm-hmm.
It was hot outside, and after that
Those guns would
40
overheat.
to 80 rounds, you're just like, even though you're wearing gloves, you're like, ooh, this is burning.
Mhm.
Like you can just smell the heat. It was bad.
When I went out to Yellowstone with my family, we went to this gun range. You know, you can shoot fun guns there
Yeah,
because you can shoot automatic guns.
Ooh.
I shot an M1 Garand before I owned an M1 Garand because I always loved M1 Garands, yada yada yada. But I also shot there was a Gatling gun.
We're talking.
Crank,
the
yes.
crank one. I've done that too. I can't remember. There's like a place in the cities that hosts something where you can shoot like the 50 snipers and whatever. It's a pretty penny though,
Hmm.
because each session you gotta, depending on the caliber, you have
Yeah.
to pay cash pocket,
Mhm.
Cash
Or
pocket,
they-
give me the ammo.
or they like give you a stamp sheet.
There's a place in Minneapolis where you can drive a tank.
Verb?
It's expensive though.
I
No.
was gonna say,
It's like a car expensive to drive the tank. I believe.
Can I drive it over a car?
I believe there's an experience. Yes, you can do it.
Gotta pay for the car you're gonna destroy.
Oh yeah. So I'm kind of going off topic. I just
We
thought
never
of
got
this,
on
though.
topic.
Yeah.
So.
No,
There's no
not
topic.
yet. But hunting. Okay, so
Yep.
we shoot deer. I do pheasants, turkey, whatever. What's like the main one you guys want to go hunting for?
Like dream animal to hunt?
Yes.
I'd love to go shoot an elk. I'm saving up to go shoot an elk.
I've only really hunted whitetail.
I want to go elk hunting so
Elk
bad.
hunting does sound fun.
I want to do elk, moose, and bear. Those are my
Ooh.
3 that I want to do.
I think I would stick with the elk. I mean, I kind of want to go hunt a bear, but at the same time, no.
Well, the bear, you're kind of cheating with the bear
Yeah.
because you have a bait bin.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is legal for bear hunting. Unlike we're used to, you can't shoot over
Right
a
in the block.
baited pile.
Yeah. I could see that.
The-
But yeah, I plan on
Big fluffy bear, my
I-
carpet.
wanted to go shoot an elk because one time me and my dad were going to the butcher to go pick up our venison, and we found elk patties we got to keep, and we ate them, and they're so delicious. And now me and my father are planning on going elk hunting in like 2 years.
Where were you thinking?
New Mexico.
Oklahoma's a good one.
New Mexico is really cheap.
Yeah, because
We just want the meat. That's always my family's
Yeah.
motto. We just want meat. We don't want like.
You
it would
don't
be
want
cool
tr-
to shoot a buck, but yeah.
So if you do like a guided hunt, they will tell you like, hey, you can't shoot this one; it's too small, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was watching Donut Operator the other day, which, if you heard the Unsubscribed podcast, he's one of the hosts from it. And he went out with Brandon Herrera. Brandon Herrera is trying to like take down the ATF,
Okay.
which is awesome of what he's doing because ATF is terrible. I hate it. All gun owners hate the ATF. If you're a gun owner and love it, you
All I know
Are
is
in the wrong.
I'm assuming there's a purpose for it. I try to stay out of politics.
ATF was designed for like guns, ammo, like trafficking type of deal.
Yeah.
It was originally designed for that, but through society nowadays and how it became, it well bad. Anywho,
Good intentions at first didn't go the right way.
correct. But
Crystal braces. Oh my god.
so I want to go Oklahoma for elk hunting after seeing that video because yeah, you're walking a lot in a
Mhm.
higher elevation, so it would suck.
Yeah, I can see
But
that.
you're also he's teaching you things, and
Mm-hmm.
they're saying like as they're driving up to the cabin, it was just like there's a wall of ground to your left, and you look to your right, and it was just a 300 feet cliff drop.
Oh God, no, jeez.
I would hate driving to it, but it's like I want to go.
It
so
sounds like
bad.
a fun experience. It does.
Yeah.
Because the one guy that he brought his own gun, the other donut operator used one of the guides'
Yeah.
firearms, but Brandon Herrera brought a SCAR to shoot an elk.
He brought
A SCAR's like anywhere from 15 to 30 pounds.
Oh God,
So
those things are heavy. Jeez.
yes, they are heavy, and he was walking all day with it.
Ah.
He didn't have a sling at first for the first day,
That
so
would
he
be
just stuffed it in his bag.
Okay.
But still
I
having
get
it. Well, if for them it's like they're walking a lot.
Yeah.
They're using the calls trying to see where they're like pinpointing
They're
where they're at.
scouting.
Yeah. But it's like lugging that thing around would suck.
Uh-huh. That's
They almost got a twofer
a twofer.
with the SCAR. So one guy shot, knocked down a really nice elk. He was huge, and then they're seeing another one, so he's like, "Screw it, just grab the SCAR," and he missed.
Nice.
Yeah, I have one gun for elk hunting. It's 300 Winchester.
Ooh, yeah.
300 Wind. I can't remember. Right?
That's not blackout, is it? No.
No, it's not. It is a It's a 70s, I think.
Okay.
Model 70 something. Yeah, it's a Model 70. It's a very old gun.
Yeah.
It is the big. I want to say biggest caliber in our gun safe.
The
Because that is a decent sized caliber, if you do not know.
biggest caliber I shot, 50 cal, as you
Yeah.
can see up there. Yeah. Live blank, expended live round.
Yeah, I could probably ask my uncle to shoot his 50 cal. That has a few interesting stories. We blew up rocks on the other side of our slough with that thing.
Yeah.
You didn't shoot one that's like the machine gun 50.
Oh, yeah.
That's
kind of illegal
sick.
in Minnesota.
Yeah, it is. Military's a great place.
No,
the thing
biggest-
I can't wait for is to actually shoot a missile through my ITAS. Like, I've shot sim rounds, which are just little cartridges
Yeah.
that shoot fire out the back, but it's like, I want to shoot an actual. I don't care if it's just a training one, or just a cement round, or a live one.
You want to
I
shoot.
just want to shoot a round
Round.
through it.
Yeah.
Because in a Humvee, you can hold about 5 missiles.
Yeah.
The max effective range in meters is 3,375 meters, so about 3 miles.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
So what it does, it shoots a cord out first, like no bigger than
Oh, yeah,
fishing string,
That's right.
and then it'll do like a thunk, like almost like a new tube, like on Call of Duty,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
and then all of a sudden you'll hear just whoosh, and it'll go. So we have simulators.
It's like the string with the straw and the balloon.
Yeah. I gotta go
String
through my
guided missile.
deleted.
I believe I know I've seen a photo of it.
So that's the system I shoot.
Okay, yeah.
You've probably seen that.
Yeah.
And then so connecting it up to the simulator, it's just like a small box that's the computer,
Mm-hmm.
and you have like computer screen. So what right now is what he's seeing.
Okay.
So it's really cool. Like you can do all the functions and everything. Like the bigger system is.
So is this line of sight aimed, or does it use GPS?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
So with that string, you can kind of guide it. You can do minor adjustments to it.
Yeah.
Can't do huge ones, but there is like a GPS inside. So it's like, okay, I shot here.
Mhm.
There's where I'm going.
Gotcha.
You can have it so there's a tracking gate, which is almost fucking cheating because if that tracking gate moves,
Mhm.
like say the vehicle's moving, that missile's moving with you.
Yeah, no, it's the offset basically.
Yeah.
The live offset.
Because if you're, say you, the only downside I hate with the tracking gate, so say you're looking at the target and you move to look at another one, that tracking gate's like goes off somewhere else.
Yeah.
So
'cause-
when you're like, okay, I can shoot now, and it just, oh, it's terrible.
yeah, that I can see why.
We did get a new toy though. We got a whole new system. So this is for our Crow system simulator.
Okay.
That is brand new.
Oh boy.
Like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
new. And then for like, there's this deal called a VCOT.
Okay.
And so it has like, it simulates a driver actually driving a Humvee.
Okay.
You got a TC where you can look around, spot, whatever, and you got the gunner. You can either put Mark 19 on it, which is a grenade machine gun, which
Okay.
is awesome.
Okay. Grenade machine gun.
Yep.
Sounds terrifying.
It's almost like a
Uh.
50 cal, but shoots fucking rounds like this.
Grenade canisters. Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus.
It's great. I was smiling.
Oh, I
like
think
ear
I
to
know
ear.
that one. Yeah, I think I've seen it before.
Yeah, and so we had a 240 hooked up to it, and so you're wearing like a VR
Oh, yeah,
headset,
that one.
and you can zoom in. So if you like click a certain button on the scope here, you can zoom in, whatever.
You know,
turn the night vision.
That's something I really love about the advancement technology.
Oh,
Is that the military and companies are actually implementing like VR into it.
The only shitty part, you'd think the graphics would be good.
No, they're not.
No.
No, because all you need to display is a concept or like.
Yeah, to me, I would feel like they should make it more realistic, like showing actual, like, enemy vehicles, like what they actually look like,
Yeah.
instead of like, oh, here's a picture of a tank.
Yeah.
Or a vehicle.
One thing that I through our high school and through like National Guard bringing us on like field trips and stuff, we got to do tank simulators, like
Oh.
3-man tank simulators.
Dude.
Here's this small cupboard. Go in and drive your tank and shoot things.
I want to do that so bad. I was
being in the
debating.
National Guard, you never went to a tank sim?
No.
Really? It's fun.
Nope. The one thing that I was thinking about after this contract, I was thinking about being a canine handler.
Okay.
So bomb sniffers.
Yeah.
I was thinking doing that, and then I was also thinking changing my MOS to be a tanker. But I was like, I love the job I'm doing right now, so it's like I don't want to leave it, type of deal. I don't want to leave our unit because I've made so many friends, which are now pretty much family.
Yeah.
After you go through hell with your family, like Kobo. You might know. No, you haven't met him yet. He's on our 7 Days to Die. Whenever you get a chance to play.
Okay, 7 Days to Die. I don't know if I would like to play the game with people.
Yeah.
Not like community of one base or
Okay.
like there's multiple clans.
He
Yeah.
doesn't
it's
know
like
the
paired
game.
up.
He wants to learn.
Okay. See,
Yeah, I think the server idea is cool. I would just wish to be with somebody, not.
we
Oh,
can
yeah.
make a separate one just for like us.
Yeah.
Type of deal.
We definitely can. I can definitely do stuff like that.
Yeah, cause it's Thomas and I did that before, and that was really fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having like a few factions, but each faction has like 3 members or whatever on it.
We can think something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, like the separate thing, I'm like, eh.
See, me and when I played, I always played as a group, stuff like that. And to me, like I got a little bored of that, so I'm like, oh, this might be
This
fun.
sounds like my Space Engineer story.
Yeah.
Because I hosted several
Yes.
Space Engineer
Yep.
servers, and everyone would always base with me. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to teach these people how to play the game. I was always the teacher.
Yeah, I'm not that smart for space engineers.
It's a fun game. Though. Space Engineers 2 got announced.
I can't wait for Subnautica 2.
I don't wanna
Once
talk
you
about the
said
queues.
Space Engineer 2, I heard just instantly Subnautica 2 hit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't wait for that one.
Anyway,
Join the
And
war
the-
server on Space Engineers. We have a war server.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
about that. My
but
PC
that's-
won't run it though.
that's why I was mentioning it. That's why I jumped at the idea of the war server, because it means I get people off my back.
Yeah.
Go do your own thing.
Yeah.
I will come and kill you.
Like you can make allies, like I was saying with the Sembays. You can make ally stuff like that. It's your choice if you want to bunk with someone, but it's got to be. I would say that for the 7 Days to Die server, it's if you have an idea, bring it up to the group type deal.
Yeah.
There's no set in stone rules, and so like I'd say if you want to, you can bunk with someone. I know where Brennan's at now. He's nowhere near you.
Oh.
He's like 2 clicks away.
Well, I would mind. I would like join somebody and then just improve their base by building a massive trench. But
You'd be like Andy, just want to dig.
He was in a
Oh
sewer.
God.
no, I would build a massive base. Trench would be one part.
Oh,
Wall
yeah.
would be second part.
I just gotta make a creative server for me for base design, because I have one that I'm thinking of planning out, but it's like I need the concrete mixer first.
Yeah. I think we got way off topic here. I mean,
100%.
We started off small talk, and then we got into trap, archery.
Yeah, I've
guns,
abandoned
military.
the idea for yeah, we're not doing our topic.
So,
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say
topic
that.
idea, guys, was to talk about Norse mythology. We're great at this, right?
We can still.
I was like, we could do Norse mythology, but looks like you were more interested in talking about the military. I
Well,
was like, okay, we'll just roll with it. And do small talks going.
For me, Norse mythology, it's like I have slim knowledge to it type of deal. I know enough to know about it type.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do more research on it, but I just need the time because I want to get the profile so I can have my beard.
Yeah.
It's fucking, having to shave all the time sucks.
One thing you don't like about the National Guard, do ya?
Yeah, it's like, what's more scarier? Coming at you, someone with a full-on beard or someone that's baby-faced?
Well,
Do you
United
want
States are
baby
one-
face with gun? No, I'm scared of bearded man with axe.
Yeah.
No, well, United States is one of the only militaries in the world that will not allow a beard or
Correct.
facial hair.
Unless it's
Wasn't
religion.
It, wasn't
No,
it
it's
mostly
it's religion or you have a medical condition.
Yep.
wasn't that mostly for gas masks?
Yes, it was.
It is, but
With
It
Yeah, it was
is.
having a
It's-
proper seal on your face with the gas mask.
it was proven that that's not correct.
okay.
You can still get a proper seal with a beard on.
Yeah.
Because
But
if
I
you
thought
have
that
it
was the
neatly
original.
trimmed, because it's really sealing like around here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just have like this area neatly trimmed, you're good.
I was just thinking, man, gas mask. Just I can't see nothing, but I've got a shield.
I can say the gas masks suck.
I bet.
When we did a range in basic, you had to shoot with the gas mask on.
Bet you can't see anything.
No, it's so you gotta have it like canted, and it was
Not this.
terrible.
This.
Yeah, it was bad because it's
Can I have a horizontal grip?
you have to because you can't get like the proper rest and
Mhm.
everything, and so you have to have it canted, and you have to accommodate for that because you'll either be shooting low to the right or high.
Yeah.
Shooting with night vision though, that's fun.
I've shot with night vision
I
before.
can see.
have
I've
family in South
experienced
Dakota.
military grade night vision once, and I'm like, oh god, I want this.
It sucks though.
I bet it does.
The green and everything, it's hard to see.
I liked it the first.
No, it's
experience I had.
awesome.
Like it's pure dark in here. I can't see nothing. This runs on infrared light. I love it.
Well, it doesn't.
Don't worry, I have civilian grade night vision. On
So
Oculus Quest 2.
me too.
Yeah.
But with night vision, I can go in depth with that. So it does like that green, like video
Yeah.
games have that green. It is like that, but it uses the light from like the moon to help better.
You know, it,
So if
it
you're, like,
runs
saying-
on infrared and gathering ambient light.
Correct. So if you're in a dark room, you do have a setting where you can like add a infrared like light.
Yeah, but then you're visible to anyone else who has night vision.
Correct. That's the only downside to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's same with like our PEC 15s, which are lasers.
Mm-hmm.
You can have infrared, but whoever has the night vision too can see directly where you're at.
Yeah.
That's the only downside
You
of it.
can't be invisible and also see.
Correct. Unless you're a sniper.
Well,
Well, my platoon sergeant was a sniper. He went through the sniper course. He passed and everything, but there's this one test he had to do. He had to like be so far from these guys that are in a vehicle that they're in the way back.
Yep.
Vehicle's black, but there's a target next to them, and you get to a certain spot, get to everything. You'd shoot and go, "Hey, spotter," or whatever, and they would come roughly around where you're at, and the guys that are in the vehicle can be like, "All right, shoot again." They know where the guy is because the guy knows where you're at, but he's not gonna give away your concealment
yeah, exactly.
because it defeats the purpose of the test.
Yeah.
And so they would get closer, and what they're looking for is like muzzle flash or the weeds or whatever movement, stuff
Something
like that.
obviously that would give away your locale.
But so if the spotter's like walking, like they're just walking around roaming,
Uh-huh.
waiting for like command from the guys that are trying to look for you.
Yep.
They will step on you, and so you're just like, ooh. that hurts. Like getting steps, say, right here,
Ah,
and you can't move or you'll fail.
I am a
And
log.
so-
I am a log.
He passed his whole deal, and to get more points, you got to go leave the area and
Uh-huh.
go to a certain point. Well, he's like, I already passed. I already got everything. So he just took a nap right there. And they're like, where's this guy at? And they're like, all right, done. Whoever failed. And he just stands up, starts walking. And they're like, you were there the whole time? He's like, yeah, I just took a nap.
I was tired.
I passed. Like I could go above and beyond and fail, or just pass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are the? You guys couldn't find me. You stepped on me how many times when I was asleep?
Yeah.
One of the funniest things is I can't remember what nation this was. There's a group of soldiers that had to go undercover, and like it was a thing like that.
Yep.
And I can't remember what, but something went wrong with the training and everything like that. So they started a search for these soldiers. Like it was mad dash it either like that. They ended up showing up the checkpoint that they needed to show up at. They're like, "Where were you at?" Well, we thought it was just a training exercise.
We thought we were
So
still
we
in
were
training.
Yes, we thought we were still in training. So we were hiding from you guys, like our mission was, like the training was.
Bad communication.
Where's the safe word?
So they came.
Pineapple.
I think it was a few.
See a whole bunch of
It was-
search party yelling.
It was a
pineapple.
few days. It was a few days that these guys were hiding from the U.S. The military
Yeah.
of the country,
That is cool.
and they never found them until they showed up at their rendezvous point.
The one training I want to do the most though, so I want to go to Hawaii to do the jungle warfare training,
Oh.
because they teach you how to survive. They teach you like,
Yeah.
okay, you gotta go hunt for your food. You gotta do this. Like,
Yeah.
you can't bring anything but. They like
Here's
search your bags for any like contraband, like food or all that.
Here's your gear, and that's all you get.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I want to do that so bad.
Yeah. That's
Because seeing the videos on it, it's like, oh, this looks fun. But it's like you would be starving sometimes,
Yeah.
because if you don't catch food, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Or you can get food poisoning and stuff like
Yeah, but it's like, oh, this looks fun.
The dreams I would love to do, but I cannot.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, so I was watching the Unsubscribed podcast one day, and there's this guy that had
Yeah.
autism on it, like super high spec. I'm even fucking stimming, Jesus. But there's this guy. He didn't know like he had autism. He thought he
Mhm.
just had ADHD. So he went through the military and all that. And it's like, it's super nice with military. For I wish they allow certain types of autism
Yeah.
to go through, because they can do things that like
Yeah, no,
there's a set schedule and everything for them, so they're not like
they thrive in that type of
yeah,
environment.
they have a system and everything, so they're not thinking they're singled out or whatever.
Mhm.
And so it's, to me, it's great because you give them the task, they get it done,
Uh-huh.
no matter what.
Yeah. You know ADHD hyperfocus? Yeah, you gave it
That's
gave it a
them
power switch.
times 10, yes.
You gave it a power switch and control over it.
And it's like,
And I do
cleaning, like,
apologize
weapons.
here, guys. It does look like my camera has stopped working. Oh, we're back.
that. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum.
Yay!
Bum.
That was interesting.
but it's like,
Oh, no, it's gone now.
oh,
Okay. I
Left in
think
the
this
po-
is the point where
Yeah.
we call it here. We are over time for about 10 minutes.
that's fine.
So, thanks technical difficulties, I guess.
And
Yeah.
nothing else going on, so
I couldn't see the timer from this side.
Oh, yeah.
Usually you have the Steam. Thing.
Yeah, the Stream
Yep.
Deck with the timer. Yeah, so I just want to say thank you, Flash.
for having this.
I know that it kind of surprised me, but I was like, well, I got nothing else going on, so fuck it.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you were available and that
Yeah.
we actually could do this.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. I do, once there's ice and shit like that, I do plan on going up north to go ice fishing.
There's ice
Okay.
up north.
You guys got
What
no
about Smith Lake? How much ice is up there?
We have like around Alexandria area. It's like a foot of ice.
I don't know the exact measurements, but we got vehicles on the lakes
Yes.
already.
Yeah.
You might be seeing me again. That'd be awesome because if James and them have the ice house out,
Yep.
fucking podcast fishing.
Podcast fishing.
Like,
I'm going to have to capture a still frame of this and just have us there because the video is not working right now.
yeah,
Yes.
no, it's not.
It is not. So bye bye.
See you guys.
See you
Thank
next
you very
week.
much.